Welcome to Echoes of Empire, where we bring the forgotten stories of Britain's past back to life. Tonight, we journey into one of the world's most iconic institutions, a place of wonder, knowledge, and controversy, the British Museum. But behind its grand facades and gleaming halls lies a darker side. A story of conquest, betrayal, and stolen treasures. What secrets does this venerable institution hide? What truths are buried beneath centuries of empire? Tonight, we uncover the untold story of the treasures that were taken, the legacy of power, greed, and glory. At the heart of London, the British Museum stands as a monument to human history, yet it is also a silent witness to empire. Its walls hold more than artifacts, they hold the echoes of conquest. From the sands of Egypt to the jungles of West Africa, treasures were brought to London not always by diplomacy, but by the force of empire. Consider the Rosetta Stone, discovered in 1799 during Napoleon's campaign in Egypt. A key to unlocking ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs, it was swiftly removed, carried to Britain, and placed in the museum. How many such treasures were never meant to leave their homelands? How many were taken under the guise of scholarship, but in truth, were spoils of conquest? This is the untold story of the museum's vaults, a collection built on both admiration and appropriation. Among the museum's most famous and controversial holdings are the Elgin marbles, fragments of the Parthenon carved into marble centuries ago. Lord Elgin removed them in the early 19th century, claiming he was preserving them. Yet, the Greeks see it as theft, a wound that has never healed. Each piece carries not only artistic brilliance but also a story of power, diplomacy, and betrayal. Imagine the Parthenon standing on the Acropolis, sunlight falling on its columns. Now imagine it stripped of its treasures, the echoes of its glory now confined to glass cases thousands of miles away. The debate continues to this day, is it preservation, or is it conquest masquerading as culture? The museum's halls hold glory, but also shadows, the dark side of empire's legacy. The British Museum's African collection tells stories of kingdoms, rituals, and artistry, but also of plunder. The Benin bronzes, looted during the British punitive expedition of 1897, reveal the stark truth of colonial conquest. These artifacts, intricately cast and centuries old, were carried away as trophies, symbols of domination, yet also of unparalleled craftsmanship. In Britain, they are admired and studied. In Nigeria, they are remembered as a loss, a betrayal. How does one reconcile admiration with injustice? These treasures are more than metal and pigment, they are witnesses to a painful history of empire, a reminder that what we call a museum can also be a monument to exploitation. Beyond Europe and Africa, the British Museum holds countless treasures from Asia, from Indian temple sculptures to Chinese jade. Many arrived through the British East India Company, whose conquests reshaped the subcontinent. Palaces, temples, and local courts were stripped of their treasures, their stories rewritten in the language of the conqueror. Every artifact has a journey, from the hands of artisans to the display cases of the museum. Behind each piece lies a tale of power and ambition, of empires rising and falling, and of the people whose lives were entwined with these objects. It is a history of brilliance, but also of betrayal, a legacy that continues to spark debate today. To walk through the British Museum is to traverse the heights of human achievement. But it is also to confront the shadows of history. The treasures within are more than objects, they are symbols of conquest and control. Each artifact, from the Egyptian mummies to the Assyrian reliefs, tells a dual story, of artistry and oppression, of knowledge and theft. What is the true price of empire? Can we celebrate beauty while acknowledging the injustices that brought it here? The museum forces us to question our understanding of history, of legacy, and of morality. It is a place of wonder, yet also a mirror reflecting the dark side of human ambition. In recent years, calls for repatriation have grown louder. Nations demand the return of their treasures, asserting cultural ownership and historical justice. Museums, including the British Museum, face a moral reckoning. Each artifact becomes a point of negotiation, a symbol of contested history. The story of stolen treasures is not just about the past, it is about the present, and how we choose to honor history. Can the legacy of conquest coexist with modern principles of justice and respect? The answers are complex, but the dialogue is essential, and the stories, finally, are being heard. Behind every exhibit, there is more than meets the eye. The museum guards secrets, documents, diaries, and records that reveal the context of acquisition. These hidden narratives tell of ambition, deception, and the hunger for knowledge that often crossed the line into exploitation. Exploring these stories, we uncover a human tale of curiosity and conquest intertwined, of admiration tainted by appropriation, of glory shadowed by guilt. Each artifact becomes a portal, inviting us to step into a moment in history, to witness the rise and fall of empires, and to confront the price paid for cultural dominance. The British Museum is a testament to human achievement, but also a reflection of human ambition, greed, and the complexities of empire. Its halls are filled with untold stories, stolen treasures, and legacies that continue to shape our understanding of history. As we walk its corridors, we are reminded that history is never simple, and that every artifact carries with it a tale of conquest, betrayal, and glory. This was Echoes of Empire. Subscribe for more untold stories from the heart of Britain's history.